so far.
All right.
Okay.
NHL playoffs.
And the state
And I'll
of the
wrap them
league.
up.
Okay.
Whatever.
Word. Okay. How's it going? How's your song, yo? Bye-bye, Mr. Roberto Luongo. Nice try. Corey Schneider tried her, and I think he's gonna ride and glide her into next season because Luongo got no reason to be with him anymore. So we'll see. Maybe he'll end up in the big smoke, Toronto, and then also contract to make them all broke. And they still won't make the playoffs, won't win the cup. They had enough. They were done many weeks before the end, and they didn't even have a friend in Ron Wilson, cause he was fired because Brian Burke turned to Donald Trump and he hired Randy Carlisle with a smile, and he's not sure if he wants to go the next mile, but he got the paycheck, so he got the respect, and so he had the intellect in Anaheim to do just fine, but there ain't no more Timu Solani. So maybe you can plan to be the next superstar, going super far, and then you can drive in a supercar when you're the best in the All-Star game, and you're not lame, and you got hockey on the brain like Wayne Gretzky. So pesky if you're Tikkanen, but I'm reaching into the past, cause Gretzky-Tikkanen and Kurri, they're the best line, so you vote in a hurry on CBC.ca, the most dependable line, because they did it all of the time, because the best right wing that ever was, maybe Curry or maybe Mike Bossy, but I'm not quite sure, so it's obscure. And then there's Clark Gillies and Mike Bossy and Brian Trottier. So you are gonna watch this, if you're Canadian, in every stadium, or maybe Nassau Coliseum back in your dream, but now only on TV you can see them, cause they're all retired, because they're so old just like me.
See?
So I'm on the TV if you're watching this, so that's alright. I'll be a catalyst to put Phoenix on the list. I'm glad they won. Chicago had the day yesterday in the sun. 2010 they won the championship. Now wait, from 1961 to this is how long they waited. Now they're sort of sedated and maybe not so gold-plated, because another 30 years till a championship, according to the odds. Maybe they should pray to God to beat those odds. May the odds be with you, they say in the Hunger Games. What a phrase so lame. You can't have the odds with you if they all want you to die, except for 1 out of 24. The rest are gonna be cried for by the relatives at home, because they're all, I know, like little gnomes next to the dark powers of the empire from the capital city, doing the ditty. Speaking of which, there's Washington Capital Ovechkin, so he's wishing that he could win a cup, not just his 2 front teeth at Christmas, because Ovechkin, they tried to diss this kid in an article that set his butt on fire, and so he started scoring in this desire to prove him wrong. He got him into the playoff time. Now they beat the Boston Bruins in this rhyme. Canucks and Bruins have come to their early ruin, and so you can be improving the league. Now that there's a team in Winnipeg, they're not just a square peg, they got it in the shade, and now you can see a team back in Quebec. I gotta give the federal government some respect for not funding that project. They could build it by themselves, because they got $8 billion of equalization on the shelf. So why don't you spin that, Mr. Charest? And you think Marcelo Boo will save the day? Maybe. So we'll see, because back in the 80s it would be the Nordiques and Canadiens, except the Habs always won. So maybe you can have another chance, another time, son. It won't be in Le Colisée, it will be in another building in another day. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but you know another guy I like is Mr. Milan Mahalik. Too bad the Senators couldn't win, because they had Henrik Lundqvist to play against, and he thirsted for the cup, and then he just shut the door, and the Senators had enough, and that was done. How does it feel? I wish I give my condolences to Chris Neil.
Well, rest in peace, Chris Neil.
He's still alive.